because they're already incredibly sweet. So this is looking good. And what I'm going to do is most of the juice, half of the juice is going to start to boil down now. And this is good. Again, don't forget about your tomatoes. And this is coming out fantastic, I got to tell you. Okay, I'm going to turn this burner down just a little bit now because I want this to soft simmer. Okay, so now we're going to get going on our third dish today. Now, this dish is an interesting dish, and I'll tell you why. My wife's aunt, Tia Carmen, she didn't know that I was watching her make this dish. Now, this woman can't speak a word of English, but in the kitchen, there is no language needed. It's just food. So she's making this, and I'm kind of watching her, and I'm trying to pay attention. And if she watches this, she's going to tell me I'm doing it wrong. I know that. But I'm going to make it the way that I think is the easiest for us. So first, what we're going to start in, you take Yukon Gold. Now, I already started this dish, but I'm going to show you how we go about doing this. And for all those people that are putting in a kitchen in their house, I'm going to tell you this right now. This little hole that I put in this countertop is the best thing I ever did. There's a garbage pail under there, and it's unbelievable. Everything goes right in there. Bye-bye. See, it's perfect. So we have Yukon Gold. Now we're going to use 6 of them. This is 1. We have Spanish onion. Okay, we're going to use half. First, very easy to peel, like this. Okay, and we're going to take half. Now, I want to show you how I want you to cut this for this dish. Again, keep in mind, this is Sunday and it's rustic and there's no professionalism going on. This is just rough cut. Now you have the whole potato. We're going to cut these. Boom, boom, maybe an inch, inch and a half thick. Boom, 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 boom. Straight down like that. That's it. Now, your onion, actually, what you're going to do is you take it like this, and I want big, thick pieces, just like the same size as the potatoes. Okay? Like that. Now, what I did was, already back there, I started a pan. You put this into a saucepan. You fill it with chicken stock. Now, what you want your chicken stock to do is, you want your chicken stock to be about 2 to 3 inches above your potato and onion line. Now, remember, 6 potatoes, 1/2 Spanish onion. And if you come back here, we're going to show you what that looks like now. Okay, so back here, this has been cooking just like this now for about 45 minutes. And as you can see, I did not stir this once because I don't want to break up the potato. It's very, very, very simple. Now, about halfway through, maybe in 15 minutes, I took the 1 bouillon fish cube and added that as well. Because you remember what I said in the beginning? We cheated a little bit on this dish. So this is my orange roughy. Now, this is done. Okay, so at the very end, we're going to put our orange roughy right in there. And you just put it on top like this. There is also a little bit of salt and pepper in there to taste, but not much. Just a very little pinch. And we're going to just make sure that this fish goes underneath that stock like this. That looks good. Now, and remember that your mushrooms are cooking away lovely over here. And I'm going to tell you, these need about another minute or so, and then they're going to be done too. Okay, now, back to the fish dish. This dish is essentially done. All we're going to do is extra virgin olive oil. And again, this is one of the few times that I'll add extra virgin olive oil in a dish because this has a very nutty flavor and I don't like to overdo it. But in this dish, for some reason, between the sweetness of the onions, the potato, and the fish, extra virgin is so good. And give it a generous topping like this. Like that. We'll put this to the side. Give this a quick stir. And in about another 1 minute, 2 minutes, this dish is done. Back here, I have a pot of boiling water. And we're going to drop our pasta in there. Now, I know you've heard this 1,001 times, but I'm going to tell it to you again. Salt. Okay. And I don't know. I love the way that plain pasta tastes with salt. Okay, our pasta is ready to be dropped. We're going to use 1 pound of Barilla spaghetti. Okay, we'll put that like that. Just make sure you get them all in there. And Barilla, these take about 10 minutes. It depends, you know. Okay, so right about now, our pasta has been cooking for about 7-8 minutes. It's done, no doubt. As you can see, our tomatoes are looking good. I'm going to give it one last little pop here. And at the very end, when your macaroni is done, this is all you need. This is about 1/2 of a stick of butter. Okay? Just 1/2 stick of butter we're going to put at the very end. 1/2 stick of butter, and what I want you to do is just incorporate that in there. Now you'll see what'll happen is this will just turn into a sauce. Okay, we stir that around. That looks great. And now I'm gonna look at our blanquette, our fish stew, our sailor's fish stew. And this now, the fish you can see here is flaky. If we can get a look on that, it's flaky. I'm going to tell you, done. We don't have to worry about this one now. We're going to turn this one completely off. Give this another stir. That is done. Our pasta is done. We're going to take our pasta off now. We're going to strain it. Okay. Just give that a strain. Boom, boom, boom. I'm not too worried about all the water coming out. They always say a little bit of the pasta water is good in the pasta. I'll agree with that. I just like the little salt and the starch is released well. We're going to bring our pan closer over here. And all we're going to do is we're going to toss this back in very quickly and very simply. Bring this back to the burner now. Put it back on. Very, very low heat. But what I want to do is, I want to give this pasta a stir. Because this is when we're going to release a little bit more starch. Oh yeah. Okay. This is looking great, I got to tell you. Just keep stirring it, don't stop. Now, it's never too late. If you think that this looks too dry, you can always add more olive oil to this dish, okay? It's Sunday. We have our wine is tasting good. The music is playing. The football game is on maybe, who knows? The soccer game, whatever your fancy is on a Sunday. Sundays are not a day of headache. They're a day of pleasure, and mine is cooking. Okay, so can we see here? I want to show you. Now, you see what this looks like. It's the creaminess of the oil, the little half a stick of butter we used, and the tomatoes that I'm going to tell you, this flavor. Enzo, where are you? You need to come back to my house and show me something else, I got to tell you. Okay, so this we're going to put in a bowl. We're going to transfer it over here. And I'm just going to pour it right in to this bowl like this. And that looks great. Oh yeah, we're talking. Okay. Now what I like to do with the pasta is use fresh locatelli. So I'm just going to go like this on top. Okay, we're going to go like that. Now, I'm going to get you the blanquette. Okay, now this dish too, I'm going to tell you, talk about a stew with power. The Spaniards know what they're doing. I'm going to say, Now this we're just gonna put in a bowl. And oh my gosh, you have to pan it on this bowl. Paella Valenciana. This is where my wife's family is from. And if they knew I was using a paella bowl for, for soup, they would not be happy. But anyway, at least the soup came from their town. And you see, this is a great, great rustic dish. And you know, if you want, you want to make it look pretty, what do you want to do? Boom. You can put a little piece of parsley on the center. But this is a sailor's stew. So let's go over this real quick now. This is our rustic wild tomato ragu, let's call it, for lack of a better word. Now, this is simple. You put this in the middle of your bread tray on a Sunday, and I'm going to tell you, you take it up, you put it on the bread like this. You don't even have to toast the bread. I don't even like my bread toasted. And that's it. And then you go like this. Oh, my God. Oh, I'm going to tell you, from your grandmother's kitchen to my kitchen, back to your kitchen, happy rustic cooking, and enjoy your Sunday.